Bob, someone comes to you and that has cancer, and we get this question a lot. If I get the diagnosis of cancer, what are some of the first things that I should do, in kind of in a generic sense, because everybody's different. But what do you recommend? What are the first couple of things that this person should do?
Some of the first things are things you should actually stop doing, because you need to stop that cancer in your tracks. Doctors are fascinated with tumors. Got to get that tumor
Yeah.
out of there. Tumor's not the problem. It is to a degree, but if that tumor never grew anymore, if it stayed the way it was, and you said, well, I feel pretty much okay, doc, I'm not in a lot of pain. If it never grew anymore, if it never changed, you could live with it. That's where people get scared. And their doctors say, oh, we got to get that out of there. Well, you don't really. You need to stop it from growing is what you need to do.
And not only you got to get it out, but you got to do it now.
Yes.
And that's what scares people.
Yeah, and I think, it's been growing for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Why do I have to get it out now? And the fact is that in almost all cases, unless it's life-threatening, pressing against a blood vessel, blocking a blood vessel, blocking an airway or something, in almost all instances, you simply do not have to get it out now. People who do nothing live as long or longer than those who go through the big three. It's proven in studies. But I would stop a lot of activities because most people, like I said, are acidified. You got to stop cooking your food to death because there's nothing in cooked food that really does you much good at all. And you need, if you are cooking any food, you need to get rid of the aluminum pans and the things that transfer the carcinogens. You need to stop the lotions and potions on your body. You need to stop eating the things that are acidic. So you need to stop eating out. You need to start producing your own food, eating organic food whenever possible, drinking the right fluids and waters. You need to juice. And you need to start seeking out supplements that will help you reverse this cancer and will help feed your body. If you're diagnosed with a stage 3 or stage 4 cancer, which many are, that's a serious situation. And diet alone may not be able to reverse that. You cannot eat 5 pounds of cabbage, 5 pounds of broccoli, 5 pounds of spinach, 5 pounds of Brussels sprouts a day, and 5 pounds of carrots. You just simply cannot do that. But in fact, you probably need the nutrition from that much organic produce each day to help stop and revert that cancer. So you need to go to the supplements. There's some real game changers out there now. And again, I don't sell any products. And so when we make a recommendation, it's only because it's in the best interest of the cancer patient, and we've researched it and believe it's good. But there are some very good game changers out there, like Relive products. I'll tell you, I can't tell you the number of cancer patients I've talked to whose cancers have been reversed because of what they put in their body. And a lot of them have used these Relive products. They won't tell you that it cured their cancer, and I won't either. It would be irresponsible. But I'll tell you, that's what they changed in their lives. Along with, in some cases, the ionized water has reverted so many cancers. And so you need to start doing the things that will give nutrition to the body, but no sugar. You got to stop sugar because cancer grows and thrives in an acidic but a sugary environment too. Sugar feeds cancer in an anaerobic, sans oxygen type of situation. It ferments sugar to get its energy to perform the angiogenesis, which is putting out new blood vessels so it can go and get more food and more sugar and feed itself. There's a lot going on in angiogenesis today, and of course a lot of drugs are being made now that are supposed to stop that. They don't work, folks. They don't work. The best chemotherapy you can take is the food you eat. Here's a good instance. Graviola, which was discovered in the Amazon rainforest a lot of years ago and was even proven by the American the American Cancer Society to kill cancer cells, was proven to be 10,000 times more effective than adriamycin, which is a chemotherapy drug. There's no side effects. And pawpaw is more effective than graviola. Why wouldn't you take these instead of chemotherapy? Chemotherapy has severe effects. We have a tendency to call them side effects, but they're not really side effects. They are the effects of the drugs you take, and all drugs have almost no redeeming qualities or effects, period. They're synthetic. Your body doesn't like synthetic things. It likes natural things. So the best chemo you can take is the food that you eat. So it's the food, it's the right supplements, it's stopping taking showers with chlorinated water. Your body will absorb in an average shower the equivalent of 8 glasses of chlorinated water into your system. Stop drinking tap water. The fluoride inhibits 100 enzyme actions within your body. You actually need those to stay healthy. I would get a full spectrum salt. People now are flocking to sea salt. They say, oh, I eat sea salt now. Folks, all salt is sea salt. They don't know this, and so they're being buffaloed. Get some sea salt. And all the manufacturers are renaming their salt sea salt, and they're right. It's all sea salt. You need a full spectrum salt. You need one that has color, that has the 84 additional minerals that it was born with, that has the consistency, the mineral deficient consistency of your blood, and is actually good for you. Not sodium chloride, not the white salt that is bleached and blanched and everything good in it is taken away. So you need to stop that, because while doctors are right that kind of salt will raise your blood pressure and is not good for you, they're right, but the right kind of salt is actually good for you, and you almost can't get too much of it. Stop pepper, very acidic. I love it, but it's one of the most acidic things on earth. I'm not talking about peppers, I'm talking about black pepper. And so I covered in my book the whole gamut of what to do and what not to do. Those are some of the first things, because you need to stop doing things. And people largely don't get that. Doc, give me a pill. You know, that's why we flock to chemo. It's easy. Doc will let me eat whatever I want. And I say, well, of course he will. And as they're eating their ice cream cone and drinking their soda pop while they're being injected with chemotherapy. It's just a sad state of affairs, what has happened in America today. We have no health care, contrary to popular belief, or very little. We have sick care, and the sick care isn't really any good either. And I know that doctors have very little nutrition, 1 term or less in medical school, and then if they had any at all, they're encouraged to jettison it before they go into prescribing drugs and becoming a member of the American Medical Association.